Okay, here we go. So tell us about your how you met Geno and your experience.
Well, I met Geno with my ex-girlfriend. Her sister used to train with Geno, and Geno had helped another kid who was paralyzed get out of the wheelchair and walk. So I was in the wheelchair for about 2 years, going to physical therapy for about a year and a half. Gained about 4 pounds. I was 140 pounds, over 200 pounds when I fell, and I used to work out, so I was in good shape. After I fell, a lot of muscles atrophied, so I lost a lot of weight. So I gained 4 pounds in about a year and a half. I was ready to quit when I got in touch with Geno. He started coming to my house. First time he met me, he said, 3 months you'll be walking. I laughed at him. I didn't think he was serious. I thought he was out of his mind. It was around October, I think, when he came. And 3 times a week he came. Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, he was there. If it fell on the day that we were supposed to work out. And January 1st, I was taking the train from Long Beach, where I live, to Queens Boulevard, and coming here ever since.
So how did you, what started, you was paralyzed?
Paralyzed, Geno started
From the neck down, or just from the waist down?
Yeah.
So what started moving? How did you, I'm imagining not being able to move from the waist down, right?
Yeah.
What was the first thing you felt, your toes or, your calf? How did, you know what I mean?
Feeling like
a tingling sensation?
Yeah, like tingling in the, the pant seam going down, that
right.
nerve. That's what he focused on, getting that nerve back. And that nerve, when that came back, a lot of things came back with it. He went focused on the main nerve, and he knew from touching it, from me being able to feel a little bit, even if it was faint, that it wasn't severed. And he worked on that nerve and brought everything back from that. That was a start. And we did a lot of energy work. He does a lot of work with energy. We take copper pennies to my back. I mean, we was coming up with different things and trying different things out, and everything that he tried worked.
He put pennies on your back?
Yeah, taped them to my back, and it would help me feel later on. Energy work that he would do with me in the daytime, I would feel later on that night because of the delayed reaction from the nerve,
Tell us about the energy.
Well, it's something that I was born with, and using copper, believe it or not, a nickel, a dime, and a quarter, you would think has more value than the penny, but the penny has more value if you're referring to the metal itself. Maybe money-wise, quarters and dimes and nickels are better, but if you melt a nickel, originally years back when it was called nickel, it was made out of nickel. It's no longer made out of nickel anymore. So copper is still copper, and that's the penny. If you take 100 pennies and you melt them, it's more valuable if you melt 100 quarters. So copper has a good way of reacting with people's nerves and stuff like that. So what we used to do is, because he was paralyzed from his waist down, he was not able to move the hip, the knee, nor the foot. So what I would do when I first met him, I used to put my finger on his hip, and then let the firing hit from the upper body, and then to see how far it would go down. And I was tested from his toes further up. So each week I can actually see 1 inch to 3 inches at a time, and each week you see him start moving, and then he started moving from his hip. It went down to the center of his thighs, then it went down to his knees, then it got down to his calves. But he got a little lazy after that. Then now he was walking, so he got lazy on me. He just got back to me now, so I got to finish what I got to do.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I know I heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
From before, but now that I've met you, and I was,
Story.
Yeah, definitely. I can put the face to the story, and then we're going to take the face and put it on and send it to the universe.
Okay.
But the most important thing that he even always forget, his mind was shattered. Okay, you need to have the vision to understand that. There was no bones there. They had 2 rods when I met him. Okay, and I managed to make his bones grow. Prior from all this, don't forget, he was a Marine. Okay, tell him.
I I was in the Marines for 4 years. I did 2 tours in Afghanistan. I was a sniper at the end of my last 2 years in the Marines. I was a sniper.
He was a sniper.
Yeah, so I mean, I've seen my fair share of combat.
So you hit a couple of people from long distances.
Long distance couple, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was it the first time you hit somebody? Did you bug out?
No.
Not
at all.
The job well done.
Yeah, they say the first one's the hardest. Not my situation.
It was the hardest for him.
Okay. I know it was the hardest for the other guy, right? He's like, I'm sorry.
But we've been, through a nice little journey. We've had some good times. We have some bad times. He had numerous other issues that came along. The fact that when he fell 4 stories down, he also cracked, the back of his head. His brain was out. He had no.
Your brain was out.
Yeah, no recollection of,
See laugh.
Yeah, going across. Yeah.
When I get a haircut, you see it better, but.
So your brain was out.
Yeah, he had no recollection.
I didn't know apples from oranges. It took me a while to retrain everything. How to open your hand, close your hand, all that. That was a month on its own before they even let me out of the hospital. And then after that, it's still a constant bleed that has to get drained
every 6 months. He has to go in and get it drained.
Oh yeah.
And
there was a lot
recently,
of complications. So like
Right.
Geno got me from 140 pounds to 160 pounds in 3 months, and then to 190 pounds in 6 months. And then I was doing good. Then we were doing good, but the metal had to come out, the hardware that was in. So I had to take a surgery. When they took the metal out, there was complications. I ended up in ICU. 6 weeks, lost all my weight again.
but
I had
not
to
that
wait a
low. He
year.
came back to 170.
170,
From
116. But I had to take a year off for my body to heal, and then we had to start again. And then I had another surgery, another complication,
So
a couple
these are
months
all
off. So back and forth. So, but what he got me, my frame,
foundation.
my foundation, I never went past that. So it was always muscle memory, and the way he built me. He could get me right back in three weeks, a month tops. I'm back on track to where I was.
So you're like a real $6 million man.
Yeah.
You know, ding, 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 ding. Okay. That's good. So,
Well, what happened numerously, I've had clients that had issues. It was a young guy prior from him that his ex-girlfriend at that time was telling him, I had a 15-year-old kid that came in, same thing. He heard about me, went to his house, trained him, and managed to make him walk as well. He was paralyzed, and he had tumor in his spine, and then it came back, and they had surgery again. This time around, he didn't make it.
oh, he passed away?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He was doing well, got him to walk, the whole entire works. 15 years old, 16 by the time all this happens, but we got Jigga here now, and the only thing that I get pissed off at him is once I bring him to the top, to the top enough for him, he's happy, but I'm not happy yet because I haven't finished. Even though we brought him to walk, we still have more work.
There's more work to do.
Like for example, he still has his toes are still numb. To him, it's better to have that than nothing.
Than nothing, right?
I get pissed off. He'll tell you. I yell at him, call him up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because my job's not finished.
No,
So he's happy. He's getting girls. He's got a little body. He's got abs. So he's all happy. But we're not done.
A lot more work to do.
We got the engine starting. We got the interior in there, but we haven't painted the car yet.
That's right. I got you. You gotta get some gas in there.
So he gets a little lazy in that way, and then other complication comes along, makes it even worse. If we had really finished everything, it'd be a lot easier on him. So we got him to stop smoking.
Yeah.
All that's a good thing.
Smoking?
No more cigarettes. So you gain bad habits when you're sitting in a wheelchair for 2 years and you're bored.
Like depressed.
Depressed, you know what I mean? And it's just excuses. And then after, years hounded me, and finally, this last break, I got off of them, and now I'll never go back.
That's good.
Eating right, diet, everything, mental. It's a whole package, It wasn't just the physical therapy; it was everything. Problems.
So what is that you're eating right there? Look like guacamole.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is avocado.
Avocado, yeah.
Same thing.
Avocado, chicken, and rice.
Jasmine rice.
Well, that's what we call Well, I'm from Barbados, so we call it avocado, pear.
Well, avocado, when you break it down, melt it down, it's guacamole. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
That's all that is.
Okay.
They mash it all down. It's like say potato, make mashed potatoes.
That's what it is. Right. Same thing. All right.
Same exact thing.
Okay.
The most important thing about Jigga is the fact that there's a major lawsuit, and that they had to bring down his purse because at one time he was considered handicapped. So now he's considered disabled. So they took some of the money away
back,
from him.
Right.
So him and I are still fighting, try to get a better deal for him, because we know what we've gone through, and there's a whole lot more issues that people don't even know about. I'm like, he calls me like his dad, because whenever he goes to the courtroom, they get him pissed off. The only person that can calm him down is me. He'll go in the corner and call me, and I tell him to calm down. Everything else, doctors will give him medication. I revamp it and show them how to do it correctly for it to work, because they don't really care.
I don't even take medication. I'm completely on no pain pills. I know people in less situations than mine, they're hooked on all kinds of Vicodin. I don't know anything. I'm just on.
I showed them how to be happy, how to relate, how to eat correctly, to get the strength up, and show them all natural stuff to do. And we doing well. Once in the blue moon, he has a little, episodes that would happen every 6 months. You have to redrain the brain and stuff like that. That settles back. But mentally, I try my best to keep him, motivated. But it's hard, but I'm still up his butt. Come on, let's go. He needs it sometime. I mean, I can relate the fact that, hey, if I was in his shoe, I told him 1,000 times, I would have committed suicide already. He's got some major stuff that we've been working on. And every single time we get to the top, something happens. We got to go back down to the middle
And start over again.
It's tough. I know. I get frustrated. I don't let him see it. I get frustrated with the fact that this hard work we putting in, we keep going back. So, but that's all right. There's a God. We'll finish it off.
Definitely. I mean, you came this far.
Far, and just keep going. Non-stop.
You already have you was a Marine, so that I know that they teach you certain things.
And the strength.
That strength. When you think you're done, you just begun.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never quit.
Yeah, so you already have that in you.
Yeah. I don't want to quit and then the miracle happens the next day. So it's like, that's what quit, because the miracle could be tomorrow.
That's right.
I quit today and I never know. So
that's right.
Every day I keep pushing.
And you're also very blessed and graced to have a person like Geno who knows. Like I tell people all the time, he's I've been around a lot of people who work out, and because they've been to jail, or because they're a boxer, or because they used to be heavy and now they're not. That means that they know what to do. But there's a difference with Geno. He knows how to put the pieces together.
Even my mother knew. She called me G. Knows everything.
That's good.
I said everybody's body's different. He knows everyone in here. He knows your body. He'll know if you ate something wrong. He'll know. He'll see it in your face. He'll know what you ate, when you ate it, and how much you ate of it.
And now what you need to do to get rid of it.
And what it is, it's a 2 weeks to get rid of what the damage that they did. So it's not worth it. Like we've seen it. Everybody in the gym. We've seen it 100 times. You eat one bad thing, it takes 2 weeks to fix that mistake. When if you've really been good, your body will you'll be sick. Your body will respond because it's not used to having not clean food going in. So the minute you have that slice of pizza, you'll be sick. Violently sick.
So pizza
you'll get the runs.
Yeah,
so
your body it's not used to it. If they're not having it for so long and you put it in, they can't remember processing it. So
like I've always said also, your body's like money. It takes a whole entire week for you to make money, but it takes you 1 second to spend it.
That's right.
Our body's the same exact way. When we work out, it takes forever for you to get that body fat to go down, to decrease. And then you take one bad meal and boom, you can gain water weight, you can gain fat weight. So why can't we balance it out somehow? So that's why I came out with that book I told you about. It's called Pay For It. If you're going to cheat, you pay for it. Just